Hello, girls, guys, or otherwise. This is Rich with your Tarot Talk Tuesday. Before I get into today's video, I want to say thank you to our patrons on Patreon. Thank you, Linda and Sophia. If you would like to be a patron on Patreon, the funds go towards starting the Christo-Pagan Church here on YouTube. You can hit up the link down below if you'd like to get something tangible for your money. I understand it also would help support me and keep the lights on. Is my eBay link down below. If you do not have the funds to be able to support this channel, there are other ways that you can support this channel. You can hit the subscribe button right there. You can hit that bell notification so you get notified whenever new videos come out. You can leave a comment. Please leave a comment if you have anything specifically that you want to add or take away, or just say hi. You can hit the like or dislike button. Either one is fine. It all appeases the algorithmic gods of YouTube. All hail the algorithmic gods of YouTube. And if it is safe for you to do so, you can also share this on your social media platforms. I also wanted to say, before I get any further into this video, a little update on Tonks. I postponed last week's videos and will be making up those videos this week because she was we were rushing her to the ER, the vet, and she is doing fine. And what is really odd is we were not the only ones there having this issue with dogs. Turns out she was a little dehydrated and she had an upset stomach. So all of that combined, not good. So she's doing just fine. She's very spry and everything. Lately, we've been giving her the medication and whatnot. And yeah, I just wish we didn't have to pay the $1,000 to take the dog to the vet. It was a huge blow to the finances. So yeah, if you want to hit up that eBay link, show your love for Tonks. But yeah, she's doing fine. She's okay. Thank you for the love and support that everybody has commented on that past video. We were fortunate that my partner was off on Tuesday to stay with her, and unfortunately we both had to work Wednesday, but by Tuesday she was getting around very well, and now she's just finishing up her medication, and we're just keeping an eye on her to make sure that everything is still going okay, making sure that, you know, if this was a bug, that it's not something that Dobby has caught. So we're keeping an eye on both of them, making sure that they're both well hydrated and whatnot. I think it has something to do with the fact that, you know, climate change is a thing, and the heat waves came out of nowhere, and, you know, you can't force a dog to drink if they don't want to, but, you know, injection of fluids that were actually, it's kind of odd. It's like right below the skin, so it absorbs into the body. It's really kind of weird because the dog walks around with a bubble on them for a day. But you know, she rested the rest of Monday and was up and running around, you know, on Tuesday during the day, and was very spry the rest of the week, and still is today. I'm recording this on Saturday. I'm trying to remember what day it is. This is Saturday while I'm recording this. I've already recorded the table talk and the the Witchy Book Club series that would have been airing today. But anyway, let's get into our tarot talk. We have the card there, and here's our grandest tradition, the Pictorial Key of the Tarot by A.E. Waite. And it reads, a hand issuing, as usual, from a cloud, holds up a pentacle. Divinatory meanings: perfect contentment, felicity, ecstasy, also speedy intelligence, gold. I'm not really jiving with this. I mean, there's some words in the Pictorial Key of the Tarot that we don't necessarily use nowadays. Perfect contentment, I would not necessarily disagree with. speedy intelligence. I don't know if I agree with that. Gold, we'll get into that. Yes, I do agree with that as a portent of things to come. Um, let's see, reversed. The evil side of wealth, bad intelligence, also great riches. I don't agree with that part, and I'll get into that in a minute. In any case, it shews prosperity, comfortable material conditions. I'm not necessarily agreeing with this, but whether these are of advantage to the possessor will depend on whether the card is reversed or not. So I don't necessarily agree with A.E. Waite's assessment of the divinatory meanings in their entirety. Now, whenever the Ace of Pentacles comes up, we do have this lovely scene of a garden with the archway of flowers. We see flowers blooming. We have grass. We have a very nice looking scene here in the bottom half. Now, if we look just at that, we can recall to that, if we're stumped with this card, of things growing, things being prosperous, things that are beautiful, and that there has been planning into it, and that planning has come to fruition or has begun to really grow. Now, if we look in the top half, we see this hand bringing forth this pentacle, this coin. In many suits, you will see them labeled as coins. Just like any other ace in the tarot, this is representing new beginnings, new opportunities, new potential. This is something coming out and being gifted to you. This can be finances, wealth, and I'm talking with my hand over here, and y'all can't see that. Finances, wealth, career, physical health, and manifestation of your goals. You may receive a new job offer, an unexpected sum of money, a new business or investment opportunity that may come your way. This is the type of card that says look out for what's being presented to you, because this can be your chance to get on at the early stages or start off on the right foot. This can also be your chance to bring an idea to fruition. If there's something that's been knocking around in your noodle for a while, this is the go for it. I do want to say that this does also mean to start planning, or to be in that planning stage. Careful planning and determined effort is what you need here, and with those you can manifest your goals and desires. This also illustrates the possibility of a new endeavor, but does not guarantee that this manifestation will be a success or will fully manifest. This has to do with the planning stage. So if you're one that has been planning something for a while, this is the okay, now it's time to put it into practice. If you haven't been planning anything for a while, this is the card that says start planning for that little idea that you have. Map out how you will achieve your ambitions. Don't take on too much. Make them realistic. What's the... I think it's smart. Make it simple, measurable, and that there's like 3 other ones. I can't remember the entire acronym, but make them attainable. Make sure that realistic is one of them, and I can't remember T. And set a definitive time. I think I hit all those points on the SMART model. But have this model in place. Make sure that when you're planning, you're not doing this grand gesture of, oh, I'm gonna be doing this huge thing and it's gonna be magnificent and everything's gonna get done at once. No, sometimes things need to move a little bit slower. Trust me, with the Christo-Pagan church that we're starting, that's something that you know, what, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I had already started putting into little things here and there and having ideas about stuff, and it's taking a lot longer than I thought it would. So, unfortunately, we're still not at that point yet. There are several things that I need to do and several things that need to happen before this actually starts coming to fruition. But once it's at fruition, that is just maintaining that fruition. So from then on, we're good. Um, let's see. This is also this also needs to be done with the law of attraction if you want to get the most out of this card. So, for instance, say that you know that there is a job opportunity coming, or that you have this idea for something that can be big and grand and everything. Make sure that you work with the law of attraction using your mantras, your chants and whatnot, and putting yourself in that mental state to get the most out of it. So by that I mean, if you are, let's take my eBay store. Okay. So if I were starting my eBay store and I was buying little things up at a time for resale purposes and whatnot, then as I'm doing that, I would also be working with this card and its energy. I would be also saying, I'm a confident business owner. I got this. I'm great. This has been so fruitful, and it has been such a success and everything. And getting myself into that mental headspace of, this is a solid plan. This is a solid path to bring my financial future to fruition, to its intended course. So I hope that made sense. If we need clarification on that, then just let me know. I'll try to clarify it, in the future. If it comes up in reverse, you may feel hesitant about moving forward with an offer or an invitation and an opportunity that has been given to you. You could be second guessing, what you're doing or the path that you are about to embark down. This could also be saying, do not move forward. This can be saying that as a warning that your financial opportunity might not be as solid as you think it may be. Sometimes whenever you get into a new company, as a new hire, then you find out, hey, I have this great job and everything, but the company is also folding. So there are a few things to keep in mind if this is coming up in reverse and you're starting one of these opportunities. This is also saying to be very careful with your expenditures. Have a budget. Now is the time to not get over your head with, grand purchases like a new car or a new house or anything of that nature. Don't go and bust the bank on something, because this may not be the best suit for you, or this may not be the best situation for you. So if this is coming up in reverse, keep that in mind, that it's time to tighten the belt just a little bit. Live within your means if at all possible. Do not make any of those big purchases if you don't have to. This also may suggest that you are trying to manifest your goals, but keep running into delays or impediments. This would be the card coming in reverse for me with regards to the Christo-Pagan Church. Revise your approach. Approach things in a different way. Rethink of how, are you doing this in the correct way, in the correct manner? Are you, for instance, are you doing this for the right reasons? And if that answer is yes, then, reapproach in a different way of getting this started, especially if everything's coming to a halt for you. So this might be, instead of going by this book and reading this literature on this subject, let's say with the Christo-Pagan Church, instead of reading a book by this author on starting a church, maybe instead read this type of book by this author and take that approach. Different authors have different ways of presenting things or starting something. Maybe instead of reading things, look at how others have made their churches online, something of that nature. Look into different marketing aspects if you are looking to grow your business, or in this instance, a church, if we're following that analogy. Look into different ways to market to different individuals who may find benefit in that church setting. So sometimes you just need to look at things from a different angle. A different approach may be exactly what you need. And at the very least, is what you are doing realistic? If this is coming up in reverse, you may need to reevaluate. Is this something realistically that I can do? Is this something that follows that model of being specific, realistic, attainable, stuff like that? Okay. If this is not something that is, attainable logically, then this is a time to, you might want to pull chocks and get out, or as in the military we say, pull chocks. Let me back up. In the military, at least in the Air Force, whenever an aircraft is parked, you put chocks in front of the wheels, and whenever, you head out, you say, pull the chocks. And anybody in the maintenance career field just said, maintenance rocks. So, yeah, that is definitely something that happens in the Air Force. And whenever we leave for the day, we're, hey, it's time to pull chocks. So, anyway, long story short, this may be the time that you need to say to yourself, maybe this isn't something that I should be doing. With the Christo-Pagan Church, I know it's something that I should be doing, and it is something that I am actively working towards having come to fruition. This may also warn to a significant risk due to a lack of planning and foresight. So if you are, if you haven't planned things out correctly, and this is one of the pitfalls to the antique store that we had, COVID certainly didn't help, but there were other reasons, and one of the reasons was we didn't adequately prepare before going into that business. There were certain things that happened, and because of legal reasons, I still don't want to tell the story on that one, but one day I will, because yeah, that's a story that needs to be told. And one of the things that we should have realized is maybe we didn't plan, through this to its fruition, in an adequate manner. So that's one thing that, if this card is coming up for you, that you may need to look at. So that was definitely an Ace of Pentacles in reversed moment, is that we didn't fully plan and prepare for the future. So do be careful if this comes in reverse, but that's all that I have for the Ace of Pentacles. And if you have any comments or questions or suggestions on what this may mean for you, hit up the comment section down below, and we'll have a conversation about it and everything. Always much appreciated. But that's all that I have for today, and until next time, may you have love, hugs, and ladybugs. Bye-bye.